Elijah's vineyard was coveted by many, including an ambitious merchant named Dathan. Dathan, new to the region, was a man of dubious character, known for using deceit to claim what he desired. Spotting Elijah's vineyard as a potential gold mine, Dathan approached him with a lucrative offer. "Sell me your vineyard, Elijah," Dathan insisted, his eyes glinting with greed. But Elijah declined. "This land was my father's and his father's before him. It is not mine to sell, but God's to preserve." Dathan's heart burned with envy, and he began plotting to take the vineyard by any means necessary. Dathan orchestrated a feast in Elijah's honor, inviting influential community leaders to witness his generosity. At the feast, he publicly offered Elijah an even greater sum for the vineyard. When Elijah declined again, Dathan feigned offense. "Is it not written," Dathan said with a sly smile, "that those who hoard blessings deny their neighbors God's bounty?" Elijah stood firm, but Dathan's words sowed seeds of doubt among the townsfolk. Whispers of Elijah's selfishness began to spread, fueled by Dathan's lies. Unaware of the growing conspiracy against him, Elijah continued to tend his vineyard in peace, trusting in God's plan. Determined to claim the vineyard, Dathan bribed 2 men to accuse Elijah of treason against the king. They claimed Elijah had conspired to hoard wealth and undermine the kingdom's prosperity. The community was stunned. The gentle vineyard owner they had admired was now painted as a villain. Dragged before the king's court, Elijah stood alone, his character under attack. "I have done no wrong," Elijah pleaded. "This vineyard is a testimony to God's provision, not my greed." But Dathan's lies carried weight, and Elijah was sentenced to lose his land and face exile. With the vineyard now in his possession, Dathan celebrated his victory. Yet his joy was short-lived. Strange misfortunes plagued the land. The vines withered, the skies refused rain, and the harvest failed. The people, realizing their complicity in Elijah's suffering, began to question Dathan's integrity. Whispers of divine punishment spread, and guilt consumed the once jeering crowd. Dathan, unrepentant, doubled down on his lies. "The land fails because Elijah cursed it in his bitterness," he proclaimed, further alienating himself from the community. Years passed, and Elijah, now living in exile, became a wandering teacher. Wherever he went, he shared God's message of forgiveness and faith. When news of the vineyard's curse reached him, he prayed earnestly for his homeland. Moved by God's prompting, Elijah returned. The community, humbled by their suffering, begged for his forgiveness. Even Dathan, now a broken man, fell to his knees. "I have sinned against you and against God," Dathan confessed. "The vineyard has become barren, as has my soul." Elijah, with tears in his eyes, forgave Dathan and led the people in a prayer of repentance. Rain fell for the first time in years, and the vineyard was restored. Elijah's story spread far and wide, reminding people of the dangers of greed and the power of forgiveness. The vineyard, now a communal blessing, bore fruit richer than ever before. The tale of Elijah's steadfastness and Dathan's redemption serves as a timeless reminder. Integrity cannot be stolen. Grace can restore even the vilest hearts. And true wealth is found in living for others, not in taking from them. As the community worked together to rebuild, they learned that forgiveness and unity yield the sweetest harvest of all.